Okay, guys, good evening, and thank you for joining the call tonight. You have joined the call for EDU Swarm. We're glad you're here. We do this call for you guys, our guests, on every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central Time. And I emphasize the time zone because I did a little blurb out this afternoon to several of our leaders to make sure that everybody understood what time it was between where we're headquartered in Florida and where we are around the rest of the world. But you're at a great call tonight. You're in a great place with EDU Swarm. This is a company that started back in early May, and the owner of the company has been a good friend of mine for many, many years, and that caused me, in fact, that was the only reason that I got involved in another company that was dealing in Bitcoin, and the cycler in particular, was purely because of the ownership. And guys, just a quick kind of overview. The things I think are really important to look for is, first of all, is that company ownership and the fact that you've got somebody who's a savvy veteran in the industry. They know what's required, for all of us in the field to be successful. And you want to have honesty and integrity at the top of the heap, and we've got them both here. In fact, Bobby Kanata is our owner, and I want you to be sure to mark your calendar to tune in. For the first Sunday night of each month at same time, 8 o'clock Central Time, we'll have the President's Update call. So put that down on your calendar there for that first Sunday in August. We'll remind everybody, of course, ahead of time. But the ownership is key. Of course, the product, you want to make sure you have a product that is here to stay and not just a fad. And a lot of people thought that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency was a fad. But I want to tell you, the one thing you want to learn tonight, more than anything else, is how important education is about blockchain technology. Forget about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the means to an end. There's all kinds of different cryptocurrencies out there. We chose Bitcoin because of the pretty much worldwide acceptance, and there's a lot of new different major companies now that are coming on board where you'll be able to buy, sell, and enjoy your Bitcoin. But again, what you want to do, the most important thing you can do for yourself and anybody you know, is to make sure they get here, they buy an educational product from us, and they learn and they understand about blockchain technology, guys, because that's what is going to change the world. And we're way ahead of everybody else when it comes to the dissemination of information. And, you've heard the old saying that education is power, and it really is. The next thing that is important, is the fact that, you want to have support. Well, support is conference calls on Thursday night, three-way calls with your leaders, Saturday training calls, all these different things that are out there. And that's one of the things you'll find out about this company, again, is we deliver as promised. You don't have to worry about, I wonder if there's going to be a call next Thursday night. The answer is yes, next Thursday night and every Thursday night, because we know when you take your time to join us and invite your guests, you want to make sure that call takes place, and it's a high-quality call with leadership. Tonight, we've got Mandy Elliott and myself on the call. We're going to be having guests here coming up, talking about their successes with EDU Swarm, and it's, you're going to find this is a fun, simple, and easy thing to do, and you can make yourself some serious cash along the way, if you share what you see and hear tonight with the people that are out there. The other thing that's critical is, how do I get compensated? And that's another critical issue. What do you get? How do you get paid? When do you get paid? Is my opportunity international? And one of the things, when I spoke with Bobby and Dennis and some of his team, when we started to put this thing together, the one thing we decided to do was take Bitcoin in and Bitcoin out. And the reason we did that was multifaceted. Number one, it gives everybody a chance to play in the game. If we use U.S. currency, or if we use euros or British pound sterling or whatever, we limit the market because most people don't have access to some of the fiat currencies in the different countries they live in. But with Bitcoin, it's a totally different system. And of course, if you have internet basically anywhere in the world, because it's an internet-based currency, you've got the ability to get involved with EDU Swarm. The last thing, and probably the most important thing other than the ownership, is how does the comp plan work? Can I understand it? More importantly, can I succeed with it? And many of you that are leaders on the call tonight already know you can succeed, and you've got your guests here tonight that are looking at this program to see if it'll work for them. And the best person I know, to explain how this works is a very, very dear friend of mine and my partner, Julie, and that's Mandy Elliott. Mandy lives over in Corfu, Greece. She's a million miles from nowhere, but she's everywhere. It's kind of amazing how it's 4 o'clock in the morning over there, and she is right here, right now, to give you an explanation of what we do and how we get paid with EDU Swarm. So, Mandy, I'm going to kick it over to you, my friend.
Thank you so much, Rick. You know, today we've had so much excitement. I've been in communication with Rick because in Europe today they announced it was afternoon time that in Gibraltar the stock exchange has now launched cryptocurrencies. I mean, this is showing where the the Bitcoin and some 5 of other really significant coins are taking off, and then companies such as Skrill, it's the ease of purchasing your Bitcoin. So just as I go into this presentation, I just want to take you back to the year 2000. Bitcoin launched, 2010. In 2010, the Bitcoin sort of was taking off, and you could actually purchase hundreds of Bitcoins for about 1 cent, 1 US cent then, not even $1. So if anyone had gone out there and bought, say, $100 worth of Bitcoin, you would be a billionaire by now. So, you know, there's future presentations, I'll put a time chart on so that you can see how the Bitcoin has been increasing in value. Now, we're not saying here, we're not endorsing saying, okay, Bitcoin's going to be $1 million in the year, so-and-so, so-and-so. But this is what people are saying. It's, you know, there's speculation now, will Bitcoin reach 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 by the end of this year? So you've got 2 options here as you're earning, and I'm going to go through this, how we're paid and how we earn, of, you know, do you want to transfer your income into fiat money, everyday regular money, and spend it, which of course that's why you're building your business, is to have some cash. But what about keeping some coins back for the future, for, you know, when they do go up to those significant values, so that you have got your nest egg there, you got that, you know, like the golden goose nest egg for your future, and you don't have to think of retiring when you're of what, you know, in inverted commas here, old age. You can think of retiring when you want to quit your work and what you're doing, you know, take control of your life. So this is how it works. We've got a 2x2 matrix. That's like a total of 7 people. And the beautiful thing here is this is a unique, I've never came across a system that works like this, because usually you're like an island, you're at the top of your own business and you've got these spaces to fill. Well, here there's always 3 people in a matrix when you join, and where it's got these blue open spaces, these 4 at the bottom here, when you join, you could be in any one of these, and the 3 people plus yourself, you'll be working as a team. So let's just say, you know, the person right at the top here introduces a person to a new membership. They will, like, if you've landed on this first blue open space, then the next person will be there. That means there's 5 of you working together as a team. And then let's say this young lady on the second row here, she introduces a new member, then that person will land on the third person position on the row. And then let's say you introduce one, that will land on the 4th person position on the row. So that basically means it's a full teamwork. You know, you see, it's, to introduce that final person, there's 6 of you working together. And so that is what the power of this is. That's just step 1. So step 2 then, here you see you are on step 1. This is where you've arrived, just as I was saying there, on the first position. And you're seeing the different people introducing here, okay? So that's just step 1. It's a full team effort to fill the 4 open positions on this bottom line here. And then you move to step 2. Step 2, you've moved up now. You're on this middle row, okay? So you've still got the person that introduced you, your enroller above you. There's you, and this other position here on the middle will also be filled because that person was on the other grid. And then again, you're working as a team to fill in these 4 positions on the bottom row. So again, let's look here. So you've introduced this person. Your enroller introduces this person, the second one. She introduces the guy to the side of her, and then the person over here introduces this one. So again, it's teamwork. You're not all there working alone with all this hard work to do. It's amazing. You're entering a community of like-minded people who all want to achieve. And then you move to step 3, where now you're at the top of your matrix. These 2 people on the middle row are already there because they were introduced on the previous step. And then again, you work together to introduce people who fill this bottom row. So it doesn't matter who brings them in, who introduces them, and when they purchase their memberships. And as soon as that's complete, you are paid. You are paid, you're credited directly to your account. You see your Bitcoin in your back office, and that's the beauty of this. You can move it to your wallet at your leisure. So Something I want to do is a small recap. You see, you join, you'll be one of these 4 positions on the bottom row, depending on who else has been introduced. Then you move up to the middle level, and then you move up to the top, and you get a free re-entry. So there's no hierarchy here. There's none of this. Oh, the people at the top, they make all the money, and the people at the bottom don't. Because as soon as someone has completed what we call a cycle, they go back to the bottom. See here, it goes all the way back. And we start over again, and it's free. You don't pay to do this again. So you can cycle this over and over and over. So that's the 3-step system. And the beauty is what we have is 5 stages. So, you can join at stage 1, which is 0.01 of a Bitcoin. That's about 75 US dollars today, 55 UK pounds, 60 euro, 90 Australian dollars, around about those approximately. So that is your one time, stick your hand in your pocket, getting started here. No monthly fees, no auto ships. And the great thing is it's a digital product. So you're not having to stock your garage with potions and lotions and go out in all winds and weathers, demonstrating, delivering, distributing. So you've got a digital product. It makes this a very easy global business. A digital product is amazing. So you've got stage 1. The first time you complete one of those cycles, that will be used to open up your stage 2. But you're going to keep filling up your stage 1, and you're going to be earning that over and over and over. That's 0.02 of a Bitcoin over and over and over. Stage 2 the same, because those people we're introducing, they're going to be cycling and they're going to be stepping up through the stage 2. And so on stage 2, as you complete that, that's 0.04 of a Bitcoin, 0.04 of a Bitcoin for each time you cycle. Your first cycle will open up stage 3. The first time you cycle in any of these systems, it opens up the next one. So as you can see, stage 3, the payout is 0.1 of a Bitcoin. Then first cycle opens up stage 4. That payout is 0.2, and stage 5 is 0.4 of a Bitcoin. So, it won't take long, and you're going to be seeing 5 stages of income streams opened, and you can cycle these over and over and over. Again, I'm going to underline that no monthly fee. This is one time. You've got your membership, you've got your amazing educational products. When you see how much information is in there, and this library is constantly being added to, it's absolutely amazing. It's incredible. I mean, I'm a big fan of personal development, and when I clicked on the personal development link, the content, there's so much content I hadn't even came across, and I've been like a sponge absorbing personal development for at least the last 20, 30 years. So this is how it works. This is how you are earned. This is how you are paid. There's 5 income stages. The Bitcoin, as soon as you earn, you see it in your back office. It says, this is what you've earned. And then you can click to withdraw to your personal wallet. So with that, Rick, I want to hand this back across to you. This is so exciting. I love this. I joined this business over and over.
Well, Mandy, thank you. Great presentation. And thank you for the development of those slides. It's very graphic and clear for our audience. And guys, just a couple of points that Mandy mentioned, and I want to reiterate on them just briefly. It's a one-time out-of-pocket situation. It's not a monthly auto-ship. You're not having to, come back in over and over and over and hope for the best. The one thing that I always tell people, and I believe this with all my heart, is you should always be able to mitigate your risk. You want to work, have your money work for you, or do you want to work for your money? Well, here, you've got a chance, like Mandy said, you might have to take part of your earnings and help get through life's daily chores. But guys, the game here is try to accumulate some Bitcoin. If you can get to the point where you've got, 1, 2, 3 Bitcoin, how many Bitcoin are you going to need? If it gets to $50,000, $100,000 per Bitcoin, and all the indicators are that's going to happen over the next 2 to 3 years. It's not a tomorrow thing. But there's no better time right now to get started than when the Bitcoin is right around between $7,500 and $8,000. So it's $75 to $80 to step in, get on the stage, get in here with this team. And guys, I will promise you this: there is nobody that will outwork us. There is nobody that will outperform us. There is nobody that has more honesty and integrity than Bobby and Dennis and the team. We're here for you. We want this thing to be a legacy company. And the way you do that is you keep it simple. You make it so that people can understand it, and that you have a high percentage of your affiliates that can participate in the affiliate rewards program and pick up that all-important education. Guys, really, it's that important. You need to get out and share this with a couple of your friends If you'll do that, if you're not interested, it's okay. We don't want you to come in here and just say, well, I'm going to take a spot and get Mandy off my back so she'll quit bugging me. If you don't want to come in here and participate and grab a couple people and work with us, we would just as soon you didn't. Thank you very much for stopping by. But on the other hand, if you want to take an opportunity like we have right here and turn it into a situation where you can take that 0.01 Bitcoin and you can progress through these cycles and accumulate, wealth, you're definitely in the right place. Now, guys, Saturday at noon Eastern, we have a great training call. This weekend, we're going to be covering some of the key business building tips, how to do a three-way call, what the protocol is, how to make it succeed. We're going to talk a little bit about social marketing. Social marketing is getting to be more and more important. Even this old dinosaur right here is trying to learn how to be a Facebooker, and it's a lot of fun stuff out there, different ways to reach your markets. And we'll follow up too on our funnel system that is put together. And by the way, it's currently, guys, in your back office. So with that, Mandy, thank you very much for a great call tonight, folks. Wherever you are in this world, we're glad you're here. Thanks for taking a few minutes to look at EDU Swarm and listen to what we have to say. We hope and pray that you're safe in every way. Thank you for stopping by. And until next time, bye for now.